I wanted to check out how Rusty's gonna run in cold weather. And here we got an outdoor thermometer, and we're looking probably, let's just say 35. Frost on the windows. She started it up, just cracked off real nice. It's got that 6-volt coil on the choke, so that wasn't any help. I had to babysit it, but she seems to be running okay. And kind of loaded up here. It's been idling for a little bit. I wiped off the windows, but it looks like they're kind of icing back over. Used some of that Windex with alcohol. Looks like the front window. And I didn't leave it in the garage. I left it out in the driveway to check all that out. I got Valerie in. I'm gonna come back and check the valves. But yesterday I was going down the interstate, and it was probably 39 degrees or a little less, and it just started going away. And I was trying to figure out what the heck might be the issue. I pulled over. Engine was like 168 degrees on the case with an infrared thermometer, and everything seemed fine that way. And then it dawned on me that, hey, it was probably icing in the carburetor. These aftermarket exhausts, you don't get cross flow on that intake manifold where the hoot, and the engine being open like that outside of the compartment. I don't have any of the preheat type things going up to the carburetor. So anyhow, let's go for a putt and see how she does. I'm gonna stay off the interstate and just drive in town. All right, we're not very far from the house at all. Now look at that intake manifold. right above the distributor cap, right here. Is covered with frost. See, I'm scratching in the frost. Yep. So, holy moly, that is not going to work. So what I think I'm going to do is go over to Home Depot and see if they got some hose that will come down here, and I'll run it down behind the exhaust here, or do something, make myself a little intake manifold, because I've never seen that so effectively presented, where this is a 30 pick one, and this is an aftermarket exhaust. Now, it's too hot to touch here. See if I can do this without getting knocked on my ass. And it's warm on the bottom. The bottom of that casting must be getting some heat, but it's definitely frosted up right underneath the carburetor. That is too cool. And as we stop here, just idling, it looks like it's melting off. Yeah, it's actually clearing up, just sitting here. The heat's going straight up, but when you're moving, there's enough turbulence behind the engine compartment here, it just prevents that heat from traveling up. Maybe it would, I wonder if the fact that it's running at all is because of all that ethanol they're putting in the fuel. Look at how my pulley's bent there, not sitting perfectly flat. Well, it's a beautiful morning, I'll tell you that. And it seemed to be running okay, but I wanted to get this early morning sunrise shot. These are cottonwood trees. They got some good color left on them. That's kind of... All right, well, just pulling over, that thing is cleared up, so hopefully I'll be able to make it to Home Depot here and see what they got. And it's gonna warm up too, so fun. This tickles me to death. See, it's running great. Oh, I gotta get that. We gotta stop again. You know, you guys probably get tired of hearing this, and probably tired of looking at my scenic shots around here, but when you pick up a camera, when you leave the house with a camera on the seat next to you, by golly, it just changes your perspective, because you're always looking for that nice shot. And here's a great spot. I'll leave it running. What the hell? I'm not worried about gas. We're still in town. Ugh. Get my fat ass out of here. This is just too pretty to pass up. Isn't that nice? Early morning. There's a nice shot of those mountains. One thing I do like about this camera is you can go to the photo mode. Score! I love where I live. Check out the hot air balloon, guys. That thing's cruising. Let's see if I can get a little closer. I don't even know if I was recording and the screen just went dead. Anyhow, I hope I didn't miss all that other stuff. I saw this just north of the lake that we were diddling around at, and come over here to look at this balloon, because you can hear that big burner kicking in. Come on, baby, focus, focus. Oh man, there it goes. So we got two balloons here. Okay, now we're back on trying to solve the icing intake manifold below the carburetor. So what a lot of manufacturers have done is take the air supply and warmed it up. So what I did is I went over to AutoZone, and they happen to have this, just the ticket here. This, it's a Mighty Flow. It was for an air cleaner, and the part number on it is 96020, 1.5 inch diameter by 18 inches, and it just happened to fit over this stock oil bath air cleaner snout. Now they did provide a snorkel, and I was planning on using it, and I bought this heater hose that would fit over it and offset me around the generator there. But as I got to looking at it, I was able just to barely crimp it, and it feels like a pretty tight fit. Now I'm going to put a tie wrap down there, and then you can see where the I think that'll stretch a little bit longer, but the air that comes off the cylinders and is diverted to the back, hopefully it'll pick up some heat from that, and that might have to be insulated, but for now I'm going to try it this way. I have a temperature sensor I might be able to set up, but I don't know. This is awful thin and flimsy, and there might be enough cold air blowing around here, but you got volume going through the carburetor, and it didn't seem to be an issue when it was idling. The frost, I could actually watch it go away as it was idling, and you saw that with me. So on this side, what I'm going to do, same setup, but the snout seems to be a little bit farther over. Of course, the carburetor is not centered on the engine. A lot of people think it is, but it's not. If they're a Volkswagen person, they know. But it's is offset to the left, so this part of the air cleaner comes out on the outside edge, and I wanted to tuck it in. So what I think I might do is use this other hose, and I wonder if it gives the dimensions on this. It was just about a 1 inch. This is kind of a, oh, I got a longer one here. This all cost about 20 bucks to do this. So what I'm gonna do is go behind this distributor, and it's a nice clean straight shot down. This is gonna be pretty durable, this rubber heater hose, and I've got it, you know, and this isn't really sealed up, you know, airtight type stuff, there's going to be leakage, so some air is going to be coming in from out there. But all you're trying to do is pre-charge the air. And what I'm going to do is point this one right behind the exhaust and the cylinder, so maybe it'll get some heat from there. So I'm just going to test it that way. I might want to lengthen that one and just drop it straight down and pick up the air from the same spot I did on the other side. But this looks fairly sanitary in my humble opinion. Good enough for the easy Jeezy Baja. I'm not looking for a show car. I want function first. And I don't want to restrict my airflow by any means. We'll take it out for a little test drive here and see what it does now. It's warming up outside, and I'm not sure. We're right at that 40-degree mark. We were, what, 35 an hour ago when we left, and I was thinking that maybe some of that black plastic irrigation hose, that hard plastic stuff, that might be an option too, but the hardware store wasn't open. This isn't going to go anywhere. This isn't going to fall off or do anything. So I'm going to try that on this side. And they only had one of these flex tubes at the other store. I'm going to put an electrical tie wrap around that and stretch it out just a little bit more. That might just work out because you're drawing air in. On these other tubes, you're blowing air out, and there's quite a good force from the fan. That's where you get your heat inside, and it could blow off. You have to have it clamped, but I'm not so sure I even need to clamp it with it drawn in. And just so I don't lose it, I'll put that on there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subbing. Have a great day. Easy Jeezy out.